And then there was Elon Musk's Tesla Roadster heading out there.
Yes, Starman.
I mean, okay, practically speaking, it was a test flight for the Falcon Heavy rocket. We know that.
Sure, the payload test.
But the story they spun around it, that just almost surreal picture of a car with a mannequin driver.
It just completely captured everyone's imagination in a way that, a standard press release about a rocket launch never, ever could.
The payload on this test launch is Musk's Midnight Cherry Tesla Roadster with a dummy named Starman. It's headed for an elliptical orbit around the sun that extends as far out as Mars, and it could remain in orbit for hundreds of millions of years.
Welcome to Astro the Exo Marketing Podcast. I'm Jessica Kurz, and I'm really, really excited to get into the marketing cosmos with you today.
And I'm Xylo the Droid, equally charged up, I have to say, ready to explore how we connect that human element with all the wonders up there in space.
So in this deep dive, we're zeroing in on something that's just, absolutely crucial for the future of exploring space.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the incredible power of storytelling in space marketing.
Yes. It's fundamental.
We're going to look at what makes a space story really resonate.
We'll be looking into the inherent power of narrative, specifically in the context of space exploration.
Okay, let's unpack this a bit. When you first think about space, what comes to mind? Gleaming rockets, maybe?
Complex calculations.
Yeah, complex calculations, cutting-edge tech, and all of that is absolutely crucial, obviously.
Of course.
But at its heart, isn't it also the ultimate human story? It's about, our curiosity, that relentless drive to explore.
The pursuit of the extraordinary. Precisely. And that's where the storytellers step in, isn't it?
They're the interpreters.
They're the essential interpreters, yeah. They translate all the technical marvels, the scientific breakthroughs.
Mm-hmm.
They turn it into narratives that resonate with us, with our deepest human desires, emotions.
Which brings up some big questions for us, I think. Like, how do we actually weave these tales to not just inform, but to really spark that vital sense of wonder?
Right. And how can communicating about space, really connect with people emotionally, forge a lasting bond?
It's so true. If you think back through history, so many big human achievements, they started with a vision, right? A story that just grabbed hold of everyone.
Yeah. From ancient myths that, populated the heavens.
To all the sci-fi that inspired so many pioneers today.
Exactly. And now that these visions, these once sort of fictional ideas of going into space are becoming reality, the way we articulate and present space exploration, it can either, ignite widespread enthusiasm, inspire the next wave of innovators,
or it can just feel remote, too technical.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Disconnected from our everyday lives.
We've seen some truly brilliant examples recently. Remember NASA's whole 7 Minutes of Terror campaign for the Perseverance landing?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Unforgettable.
That wasn't just a dry technical rundown of the landing sequence.
No way.
It was this carefully built narrative, suspense, highlighting the massive challenges, the sheer human brain power involved.
It really felt it.
You felt the tension, the risk, and then that incredible wave of relief and, pure triumph when it landed.
That is just a prime example of making space deeply personal. The focus wasn't purely on the machine or the code.
Right.
It's squarely on the human drama. The years of work from the teams, the real dangers involved, and that almost unbelievable ambition driving it all. By framing it as this, like high stakes, 7-minute cliffhanger. And then there was Elon Musk's Tesla Roadster heading out there.
Yes, Starman.
Okay, practically speaking, it was a test flight for the Falcon Heavy rocket. We know that.
Sure, the payload test.
But the story they spun around it, that just almost surreal picture of a car with a mannequin driver.
It just completely captured everyone's imagination in a way that, a standard press release about a rocket launch never, ever could.
And if we connect that to the bigger idea here, it just underlines the power of mixing the spectacular with a really compelling story.
It really does.
It wasn't just about showing off a powerful new rocket. It was about creating this truly unforgettable, almost whimsical moment.
Whimsical is a good word for it.
Yeah. And it sparked curiosity, got people talking everywhere about what's next, what's possible in space travel. It turned a technical demo into like a genuine cultural moment.
And we can't forget the Overview Effect documentary either.
Oh, powerful stuff.
That film just nails how profound that shift in perspective is for astronauts when they look back at Earth. It's not just about the science data they gather up there. It's about the deep emotional, philosophical impact of seeing our planet like that, from that unique viewpoint.
It changes you.
It makes you think differently about Earth, about our place, everything.
Which raises a really crucial point. How do we actually do that consistently?
Yeah.
How do we tap into that emotional core?
Yeah, how do we make it work every time?
Well, the insights we've seen point to some really effective approaches for crafting these space narratives. The first one, as we've sort of been touching on, is making it personal.
Right, the human element again.
It's about consciously shifting the focus, moving away from only the technical stuff and highlighting the human stories driving the science.
Absolutely. Sharing those individual journeys. The astronauts, sure, but also the engineers, the scientists grinding away.
Even the kids dreaming about it.
Yes, those passionate young people looking up. These human stories, they create a real, an actual emotional connection. They make the vastness of space feel less abstract, much more relatable to our own lives.
And the second key approach is really using the power of, well, different kinds of storytelling, diverse mediums.
Meeting people where they are.
Exactly. A short, visually stunning video on social media, that might grab someone instantly. And then you've got immersive tech, AR, VR, offering these really unique, engaging ways to feel like you're in space, even if it's virtual.
Right. It's about using the right tool for the job, for the right audience segment. An interactive data viz can make complex stuff way more understandable. While a good podcast can really explore the nuances, the personal backstories behind a mission or a discovery, it's about having a whole toolbox, really, to connect broadly.
And this leads straight into the third strategy, consciously bridging that gap, the one between the science complexity and human emotion.
That's a big one. It's easy to get lost in jargon.
It's a common pitfall, yeah. Getting bogged down in technical details that most people won't follow. The key is framing that essential science stuff within a compelling narrative that answers the real human questions.
Why? Why does this matter?
Exactly. How does this impact us? What could it mean for our future?
Because, I mean, at the end of the day, people connect with purpose, right? With impact.
Precisely.
Understanding the why behind a mission is just so much more compelling, so much more memorable than only knowing the intricate how.
It's about translating those complex achievements into, well, tangible benefits, or at least a broader sense of meaning for everyone.
Our sources also really hammer home the importance of showcasing the future.
Oh, yeah, the vision thing.
Humans are just naturally drawn to thinking about what might be possible.
We are future-oriented creatures, deep down.
So by painting a vivid, inspiring picture of potential futures in space, whether that's, moon bases,
Down habitats.
or putting boots on Mars, or tapping into asteroid resources, you create this sense of anticipation. You make people feel invested in that unfolding story.
It's about sparking that basic sense of wonder.
When people can actually envision themselves, or maybe their kids, as part of that future out there, they're way more likely to back the efforts happening now that are trying to make it real.
And all of this links directly to that absolutely critical job inspiring the next generation.
So important.
Space outreach isn't just about engaging today's public. It's about cultivating the future explorers, the scientists, the innovators, the ones who will actually carry humanity's space ambitions forward. Campaigns that spark that initial curiosity, that actively encourage kids towards STEM fields. They are just vital for the long haul, for our collective journey into space.
You just have to think back to the Apollo program.
The ultimate example.
It wasn't just an amazing technological feat, was it? It was this powerful global story. Ambition, struggle, ultimate triumph. It absolutely captivated an entire generation.
Totally.
And it directly inspired countless young people, pushed them towards careers in science, tech, engineering, math.
Yeah, the Apollo generation of scientists and engineers.
And that huge public support, which was so effectively fueled by that amazing narrative, it was fundamental to Apollo's success. Absolutely fundamental.
And today, as we see this growing, really dynamic presence of private space companies.
Yeah, a whole new era.
Their role in telling these crucial stories, it becomes even more significant.
That's a great point.
I mean, sure, they have commercial goals, obviously. But there's also this profound, broader responsibility to inspire a global audience.
It's not just marketing anymore.
Exactly. For these companies, effective space outreach isn't just about selling launch services or tourism tickets. It's about fostering a shared vision, a collective dream of a future in space. It's about making the whole idea of living and working off-planet feel less like, something out of science fiction.
And more like
a tangible, reachable horizon.
Yeah.
Something we're actively building towards.
So as you're listening to us talk about this, maybe take a second to think about your own place in this whole unfolding cosmic story.
Yeah, where do you fit in?
Whether you work in the space industry directly or you're just someone who, looks up at the night sky and feels that sense of wonder, the way we talk about space exploration, the way we envision it, it genuinely matters.
It really does.
Our collective words, our individual engagement, it all adds up. It can all help shape that powerful shared dream.
This whole deep dive into storytelling in space marketing, it really boils down to a fundamental truth, I think. Space isn't just about reading for distant planets or stars.
Yeah.
It's fundamentally about bringing our shared human story with us on that journey.
That's beautifully put.
By consciously focusing on the personal, the human side, by vividly showing what the future could hold, and by actively inspiring the next generation.
Right.
We can genuinely transform space, change it from seeming like this distant, purely technical field into something deeply relatable, a profound human adventure for everyone.
Exactly. It really is about making space personal.
And by crafting these compelling narratives, we effectively build a bridge over that perceived gap between the complexities of space science and the core emotions that drive us. Curiosity, wonder.
Right, the fundamentals.
We clearly show why these ambitious missions are so significant, how they can actually improve life here on Earth too, and what truly inspiring possibilities are waiting for us out there, for our shared future among the stars.
And by really showcasing that inspiring future vividly, we ignite the imaginations of the people who will actually take us there, who will carry that dream forward into the cosmos.
Yeah.
Space marketing, when it's done right, at its very best, it isn't just promotion, it's not just selling something.
No.
It's about carefully planting those crucial seeds of inspiration for generations that haven't even arrived yet.
And just like the Apollo program showed us so clearly, so powerfully, that widespread public support, nurtured and sustained by great storytelling, that's the bedrock. It's the foundation that all truly huge, transformative space projects are built on. Today's private space companies, they have this unique opportunity and, frankly, a big responsibility to thoughtfully carry on this vital tradition of inspiration, to foster a truly global audience that feels genuinely invested in our shared cosmic future.
So as we look ahead, look up at the stars, think about the vast possibilities waiting. Always remember the incredible power of your own voice and the limitless potential of your own imagination. You, listening right now, you are part of this incredible unfolding cosmic narrative too.
So what inspiring story will you help to tell?
That is a truly powerful thought to leave you all with. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into the vital role of storytelling in space marketing, please do make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We've got plenty more in-depth explorations coming up into the fascinating, always evolving world of exo marketing.
Definitely stay tuned.
Stay tuned for our next stellar deep dive. And remember, reach for the stars and tell a great story getting there.